Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have ourselves a 4v4. That's right, it's going to be a 4v4 in City 17. Our heroes today are going to be, well, let's open up the little list here. And it's going to start it off with Von Ivan and the MTW gang, being led by Von Ivan here in the blue, playing for the Soviets. His next door ally in the green is going to be none other than Helping Hands. Next, a little bit down further in the map, in the teal, oh, actually this is yellow, but it's in the teal place. But the yellow player is Mr. Katakla, and in the teal we have Siberian. All of them very well-known players, you should probably know them by now. Now in the red, we have the opposing team, the Germans, led by Brayalex. In the red. Then we have in the purple, or pink, depending on your preference, it is Cruz. Next, down the line, we have the orange player, Mr. Storm Tiger Perushi. And lastly, in the poop color, we have Turboskel PL. Let's go ahead and close that out. It's a little bit too cluttered. So yeah, a very high-profile 4v4 here in City 17. It'll be quite interesting to see if we can keep up. So, we see the Germans pushing on the right-hand side. Yellow player going to try to intercept them. Now, I might not remember exactly who they are, so bear with me. Now, I think I want to do this just in case. Soviet. There we go. Yeah, why not? Okay, so, yeah, a little bit of engagements over here. Now, this is in the brand new patch after patch after patch, so unfortunately we did get a lot of hotfixes going on, or well, not unfortunately, but unfortunately for me, a lot of hotfixes went on and broke a lot of the replays, so there wasn't much to choose from, but thankfully Von Ivan uploaded this game at the last moment, and I managed to get this cast in, so hopefully this will be a nice engagement. We see here conscripts pushing down the road up here in the north, getting suppressed by a MG42. Two MG42s actually in the zone, covering the area, but a conscript squad from green moves in past them and gets in range. So very nice there. Manages to get a little bit of a flank on that, but there's yet another MG42 from pink player, stopping them in their tracks. Maxim machine guns for green, Helping Hands, covering the zone there from that truck. Mortars coming into the zone, so let's take a look at the tech. No tech for blue, Von Ivan. Tier 2 down for green, Tier 2 down for yellow, and no tech for teal. Actually, no, Tier 1 for teal, so interesting. Snipers now on the field for the Germans. I mean, Soviets. Up in the German bases, Tier 1 pretty much all across the board for everybody. So everybody has their MB42s available. Snipers up in this big-ass warehouse. Jumping out of the house. We see some MG42 pushing across with some Grenadiers for support for Poo player, and a combat engineer squad having to retreat. Maxim machine gun also taking quite a bit of punishment here. Snipers, however, pop out of the base and are taking some shots at the Grenadiers, it looks like. The MG42 is actually in range to shoot them, but it looks like they're going to make it out of there. Mortars all over the place, and on the far left-hand side, we see Helping Hands just securing the area, not moving up, just setting up his mortar and his Maxim machine gun, with also a combat engineer squad nearby with mines laid down all over the place. Maxim machine gun on the right, being forced to retreat. And we have combat engineers moving along by themselves. Snipers across the area. One sniper squad forced to retreat, another one just out in the open. Moving in range to take a shot at the Grenadiers. Down goes another Grenadier, down to one man, probably going to have to retreat that squad. And we have Tier 2 going down for Poop, and we have Tier 2 going down for, no, never mind, this was already down. Never mind, my mistake. Center map, big push here by Von Ivan and Helping Hands. Forcing that Grenadier squad to retreat, more Grenadiers moving in. Mortars taking some shots at what it can, but shooting apparently at the other mortar squad, trying to take it out. Conscripts and combat engineers push forward. There are no MG42s in this area of the map to stop them, so they will be able to continue to push forward. And on the far left-hand side, we see our conscript squad moving around by itself, with another conscript squad moving into the center to support the green players' troops. So, purple pink here, being forced to stop this by himself. MG42 nicely positioned, actually catches both of the squads out in the open. Conscripts, however, move in for the flank. The conscript squads in the range of the MG42, however, are forced to retreat. And these squads over here are just duking it out at range. Orange moves in a Grenadier squad to support. This conscript squad is down to 3 men, so it is going to have a little bit of a tough spot. And the Maxim machine gun is actually still there. Moved a little bit back to the cover of this truck. Not truck, tank. Carcass, whatever. Conscripts on the left-hand side. Getting engaged by 2 Grenadier squads. Going to have to retreat. Molotov is going to be landing somewhere. No, cancel it. Landing, cancel. A little bit micro there, and there it goes. Nice land, but the conscripts will probably have to retreat regardless. More troops move into the zone, and the MG42 flushes them out. More mortars on the field, so Tier 2 now down for Von Ivan. And Tier 3 going down for Helping Hands. Very quick Tier 3. Let's take a look at the info here and see what doctrines have been selected, if any. So we have Katakla going for the shock rifle frontline tactics, Siberian going for mechanized support tactics, Von Ivan, armored assault tactics, and Turbo assault support doctrine, which interestingly enough, he actually doesn't have any bulletins, so a little bit of a baller there. 3 sniper squads on the field for Teal. Who is Teal? I forgot. That's Siberian. Okay, so Siberian using a lot of snipers, pretty much able to almost clear out squads in one volley there, so forcing retreats all over the place. Snipers have taken a little bit of damage, but they're fine so far. S-mines getting laid down all over the place. So, not sure if they're popular in the 4v4s, but, well, they did get a little bit of a buff last time, so they're a little bit more prevalent. However, they still show those mine signs, which people don't like, because, well, yeah, it doesn't make much sense to tip off your enemy that there are mines nearby. Otherwise, I think they would be actually great. But Scout car now on the field for the orange player, Storm Tiger. So Tier 2 down for Pooped. Bunker going down for orange. Tier 2 down for orange. Tier 2 down for pink. And Tier 2 down for red. So everybody going Tier 2. And a lot of half-tracks coming onto the field at the same time. Pack guns as well. MG42 forced to retreat. Conscripts engaging against Grenadiers on the left-hand side. The 3-man sniper teams is in the center, moving around, shifting all the way to the very left-hand side to support. So very nice usage there. Using them where they are needed instead of just covering one side of the map, it looks like. So Sniper taking some shots at those Pios. The Pios did manage to lay down some mines in the zone. We see the little skull there for the mines. Not exactly sure if they managed to lay down the entire point, but yeah. Mortar squad taking some shots from the sniper. Actually gets cleared out. Gonna need to get picked up by one of the players there. But the snipers are gonna get mortared. Ooh, they managed to dodge that quite nicely. Right hand side, is scout car is going behind the lines. Can it actually hunt down the snipers? It is going straight at the snipers. Oh no, this is gonna be bad for Siberian. There it goes. One man down on one of the sniper squads. The scout car is in hot pursuit. We have a conscript squad, it looks like, chasing them down, but the snipers are taking a lot of punishment. Can they make it out of there? The base sector MG is opening up on the scout car. Scout car shoots at the other squad, down to 1 man on each of the squads. Can they make it out? It looks like one of them might actually fall right here. No, they're still alive, and a T-70 is on the field. Down goes one, down goes another. So 2 snipers down, 1 left. Still retreating very far to make it back home. It was all the way across the map, and the T-70 is in hot pursuit. That scout car has now achieved veterancy 2, and it's taking shots at the T-70, but it looks like it is going to die. Guard rifles also on the field for Siberian, but he did end up losing 2 of his sniper squads. That was a very nice maneuver there for Orange. Storm Tiger Perushi with this scout car, but oh well. Shock troops for Yellow. Getting behind that mortar, trying to clear it out. They won't be able to clear it out, but they will do quite a bit of damage. Grenadiers looked like they were trying to throw a rifle nade. It kind of sounded like, but no. On the left-hand side, we have AT guns and the Maxim machine gun forced to retreat against that half-track. Nice shot! Oh no, but it gets abandoned. Gonna get picked up by those Grenadiers very quickly. And stay alive. No, it looks like... There we go, another AT gun here from the flank. takes it out and actually loses a little bit of Grenadiers there because of the men that, you know, jumped into the car. AT gun, however, now a little bit cut off behind the lines. There is only a conscript squad there for support, and there's 3 Grenadier squads trying to chase him down. G43s equipped on those Grenadiers are going to do a lot of damage to these conscripts. Molotov landing on the conscript squad from Pink. Pink not actually moving his Grenadiers, a little bit too preoccupied, probably on disengagement on the right-hand side. So this squad takes a little bit of damage, but the Grenadiers are, well, actually, they're forced to retreat. Oh, a nice rifle nade there. Almost takes out the entire squad. Down to 1 man, barely makes it out of there. T-70 in the field. We also have a scout car on the field for Siberian, equipped with guard rifles, commonly known as the Marcus card. Now, T-70 AT guns barraging into the enemy zone. This mortar is still not picked up, it looks like, although, no, that looks like it just got cleared out. The one that got destroyed over here was over here, I think. Sniper back on the field for Siberian. He doesn't have a lot. He did replace his sniper with another one, though. Take a look at the resources, just making sure everybody's doing great. Yeah, look at that. Everybody's doing great on the resources, spending all that manpower as it comes. So, they're supposed to be, I mean, obviously, we know the MTW guys are really good individually, but the red team, the German players, are supposed to be one of the higher, highest ranking 4v4 teams. Thing is that the ladders are a little bit messed up right now, so I can't really check exactly what the ranks are, so sorry about that. AT guns, and lobbing constant barrage here of artillery shots into the enemy lines. MG42 actually gets cleared out on the left-hand side, and the mortar over here gets bombarded quite heavily. However, it is getting reinforced by the half-track, which has also taken some splash damage, but it keeps the mortar alive on the field. T-70 moves up, takes a nasty shot there from the pack gun, gets a little bit of a crew shock, in fact, but it manages to make it out of there with a damaged engine. Will need some repairs, and we now have a half-track on the field for helping hands, which has a squad inside. Very nice. Victory point-wise, 451 for the Soviets, 366 for the Germans. So currently in the favor of the Soviets, and they do have that, you know, double cap right now, so they're quite nice there. Far right-hand side, this point is heavily defended. There we see a lot of infantry peppered all over the place. Shock troops penetrating the lines, but they get stopped by an MG42. Smoke nade landing right on top of the MG42, or, well, in front of the MG42. However, it looks like it's still able to shoot into them and against the suppression, or, well, a pinning, in fact. 2 snipers on the field. One of the sniper squads retreats. Guard rifles on the scout car taking a bit of damage, forced to back off. And we have a second guard rifle squad here on the left-hand side with a DP light machine gun, allowing them to have a very decent amount of anti-infantry capabilities. Nice little flank here by the red player with G43 equipped grenadiers, getting behind the lines of the green player. The combat engineers forced to retreat. The AT gun over here is just taking some shots, but the grenadiers just back off, and they're still at full strength. Half-track on the field for helping hands, not yet upgraded with an AA gun. We'll see if that actually happens. And we see a lot of Soviet forces set up in this zone. Over here we have a potential approach, although they would have to break a little bit of a hole in this wall. But pretty much the entire approach here is covered by Soviet forces. Half-track pushes forward, delivering its payload of grenadiers right on top of everything. AT gun, however, takes out the half-track, and the grenadiers are forced to retreat, not really managing to do much. And the grenadiers go behind the lines and are trying to chase down one of the AT guns, but there's a lot of conscripts and even a T-70 on the zone. T-70 now fully repaired, although it is damaged. It is back to full strength with its engine nice, you know, and healthy. AT gun just stands still, taking some shots. G43 grenadiers moving towards the victory point, trying to recover it. And on the right-hand side, we see that yellow has gotten some T-34s and managed to break the lines of the Germans and got this victory point. Panzer IV on the field does take a nasty shot here by, was that a satchel charge? No, that's, oh, interesting. Not exactly sure what that was, but so we saw almost all the doctrines selected. We have helping hands with counter-attack tactics. So that might have actually been a shot from an 8. No, it's not even that. I don't know, actually. And we have elite troops doctrine selected for Bryanix. Conscripts capturing territory in the center. We have a Panzer IV here for Pink, just roaming around. Probably going to run into those conscripts. Rocket launcher on the field. And a Panzer Warfer. Oh, well, I'm seeing like, wait, why is Panzerwerfer? But no, that's the Katusha, yeah. But still, Von Ivan has the radio intercept, so he knows what's being produced. So if they are in comms, he can actually keep them updated on that. Nasty Panzerwerfer barrage right into the center. Ooh, takes out the entire conscript squad here for yellow, right in front of his base. A little bit too forward, but that Panzerwerfer is now there. Katusha opening up on what it can. Oh, that actually looks like might have been more Panzerwerfers. Rifle nates flying at the AT guns, doing a little bit of damage. We do have a half-track nearby, although... Did it actually die? I think it might have died. No, it's actually right there. Never mind. Not near enough to reinforce that right now, but, you know, it could reinforce later on. A lot of infantry moving into this area. Purple coming up. The Grenadiers taking some heavy cover against two Maxim machine guns, doing quite a good job there at staying in the fight. T-43 is just flying off as much as they can. Grenadiers behind them with Panzer Grenadiers for support. Conscripts move in for a little bit of a position there. Throw, maybe an 18-8. Ooh, Panzerwerfer. Oh, that was a very nice barrage here. Takes out the AT gun, takes out a Maxim machine gun. Deals a lot of damage to the mortar. Katusha rockets flying all over the place. But they are landing back there. You can see them flying. Incendiary barrage landing on top of the approaching infantry, forcing the Panzer Grenadiers to retreat. Grenadiers also getting pinned down in the flames, and Pios and Grenadiers push forward. Maxim machine gun still has them in their arc of fire, gets a suppression, and might be able to actually get the pin down. Panzerwerfer rockets flying all over the place, landing on top of the AT guns and the mortar. Gonna force them to retreat, so a lot of artillery being utilized by the German forces. Panzer IV moving up. Maxim machine gun. And mortars. Right-hand side, we also have a game going on. Focus a little bit too much on the left-hand side. There's a lot happening. T-34 duking it out against the Panzer IV. I mean, the Panzer IV for Poop player. He also has a Stug there to support, so this T-34 is actually in a losing fight. Does have guard rifles there for support, however. Dropped Maxim machine gun. Mortars lay down across the line there for support. And we also have an Su-85 now for Siberian. Manages to get in range and is going to take a shot at that Panzer IV. Panzer IV taking quite a bit of damage. Buttoning going down by those guard rifles, trying to stop that Panzer IV from getting out of there. T-34 is getting behind them, but there is a pack there that is stopping them from continuing the pursuit. Stug taking quite a bit of damage to that Su-85. T-34 takes a shot as it backs off and manages to destroy the tank. Grenadiers pushing forward. One Grenadier squad down to one man. Can he take it out? The guard rifles are there, but they are suppressed. Panzerwerfer barrages landing right on top of the T-34. Ooh, doing a lot of damage to this T-34. That was a bombing run by one of the planes. Takes out a T-34. The other one makes it out of there a little bit damaged. Su-85 backs off and is still in range to shoot. And we now have more infantry penetrating. We have conscripts with a flamethrower. That's quite nice. Wonder who dropped that. And something is getting called in here. Looks like it's a strafing run there by one of the players. We also have Assault Support Doctrine selected for Storm Tiger Perushi. Is Perushi the orange? Yeah, so that is a strafing run directly from them. So it's going to linger around the zone and do more. Squads, however, do break the suppression quite quickly and are going to continue to barrage. T-34 over here getting destroyed. Its engine destroyed, however, against this AT gun. Manages to clear it out, however, so it's still alive. Is it actually out of control, or is it just alive there and very, very damaged? Well, it's not going to be alive for longer. Faust going off. Down goes the T-34. Su-85, a little bit out of position there. That's a Grenadier squad behind them, but they just Fausted, so they're not going to be able to get a shot off on it. At least not yet. And on the left-hand side, we have a massive engagement. Helping Hands with its KV-8. Severely damaged. Who knows what actually hit it. We do have some Panzer force in the zone for Purple. Losing one of them right now. And oh, Panzer Grenadier Squad goes down to the flamethrowers. Grenadier Squad as well might actually go down. Oh, actually hits a mine, so it gets annihilated as well. Counter barrages all over the place. We see Panzerwerfers and Katyushas shooting. Panzerwerfer landing where the infantry was. The Katyusha's shooting into the enemy. Massive engagements all over the place here. Right-hand side. KV-8 as well on the field for Katakla, helping him out with all that infantry. Conscripts and combat engineers pushing into the center. Victory points, it is 451 for the Soviets, 196 for the Germans. So the Germans are quite, well, I mean, they still have time, but they're a little bit on the back foot there. They need to put the pressure on and recover some points. Currently, this point is neutral, and each side has 1 point, so it's stopped the bleeding for everybody. But yeah, they're down to 196. Victory point over here is in possession of the Germans, but nobody actually is there to stop people from capping it. A lot of heavy weapons just dropped all over the place. Mortars, MG42s, more Panzer Warfare barrages right on top of the Maxim machine gun. Manages to miss everything. And we have an IS-2 on the field for von Ivan. His Katyusha is right there, and here comes the IS-2. So that'll help him out quite a bit. KV-8 did make it out of there for helping hands, starting some repairs there with his combat engineers, 2 squads at the time. We also have a Panzer Warfare, nice positioning there for the Panzer Warfare, hidden behind these buildings. Allows him to bombard into enemy territory very easily. It's still very protected. PTRS rifles flying at the Pios moving back to get some repairs off on their tanks. And an AT gun, this is a very nice position. Oh, well, it was a very nice position. Oh, and they actually get crushed there by the towers. That is brutal. But, well, that was a very nice position for the AT gun because it can't actually get flanked directly, and it can still shoot. But, well, it's dead now. IS-2 pushing into the field, taking some shots there from the pack guns. I think it was a pack gun. Something shot it. Yeah, pack gun over here. Grenadiers pushing forward, getting all the way into enemy territory, trying to see what they can find. The Katyusha backs off, doesn't want to risk itself getting shot at. Helping Hands repositions his half-track to be able to shoot at it, and the Grenadiers are forced to retreat. Panzer Force just sitting around, covering the zone. Victory points now recovered for the Soviet players, so they're starting to bleed once again. Poo player, however, pushes forward with all his troops and manages to clear out the right-hand side. We actually only have a combat engineer in this zone to fight. We have snipers just sitting around, waiting for something to be able to move. Panther on the field just roaming around. It has a marked vehicle on it, but nothing to actually shoot at it. And we have an ISU on the field for Siberian. However, he is badly positioned. Manages to turn it into the Panther, but there it goes. Nice shot. Goes off bound. No, actually penetrates the frontal armor, doing quite a bit of damage. And the ISU is now going to push forward. So very nice. Doctrine selection check. Everybody has one now. And we have that Cruz went for joint operations doctrine. Very nice. So we will see Tiger Tiger Ace at some point. It did get changed in the recent patch, so it's no longer the behemoth that it used to be, but it's still pretty good. Nasty shot there in that house, actually kills a lot of members in that MG42 squad down to 1 man. And we have a flamethrower nearby that's not actually shooting at it for some reason. Don't exactly know why. That's weird. There it goes, flamethrower going off now. Trying to clear out that man, and it manages to clear out that MG42. Mortar spotted veteran C3 there for von Ivan, and we have Grenadiers pushing towards the victory point on the left-hand side. The Katyusha is still there. What happened to the IS-2? It's still there. Quite damaged, however. It's at about 30% health. The pack gun over here got taken at some point. Probably taken back here by Cruz. Panzer Warfare shooting into the enemy lines. And we have an artillery gun from somebody here. Who has it? Who's got that artillery gun? There it is. Cruz has himself a left artillery gun. Shots flying into the enemy lines. Doing quite a bit of damage. Panthers pushing forward. The IS-2 is not able to contribute to this fight. It's a little bit too damaged. Needs some repairs. Panzer Warfare shots flying all over the place. A lot of damage going down onto the German Soviet forces. I mean, ooh, a nice shot there by the IS-2. Nails 3 of those Grenadiers. MG-42, or is that a Maxim machine gun? That's a Maxim machine gun. Gets cleared out. Conscript Squad barely makes it out of there. And this half-track will go down to the Panther. Panther takes a shot. Misses. Half-track, get out of there. No, it looks like it is going to be left to die. Oh, a nasty strafe run there by the IL-2. Does a lot of damage to the Grenadiers. Barely stay alive, however. Katusha Barrage firing on the retreat of the Grenadiers. Oh, hits a pack gun, but the Grenadiers managed to make it out of there quite alive. Far left-hand side, we see a little strike group here from two T-70s managing to take out one of the Panzer Warfers. It was out of position there, and the T-70s are going to make it out of there. Very nice. Half-track still standing strong, still staying there. Notices helping hands that it's a little bit damaged, so it backs it off. And going to try to keep it alive. Conscript Squad deep in enemy lines, runs into a Panzer IV and some Pios. However, the Panzer IV looks like it decided to kill 2 of its own Pio members. Shot him right there. And the ISU is just moving around. Very awkward angles. It's a very big beast, not able to do much, but yeah. Right hand side, Poo player is able to capture that point. So it looks like the German players are actually going to get a triple cap on the Soviets, although Conscript Squad over here, no, decides to not actually capture the point. And it's going to go for the northern point completely. Okay. IS-2 finally getting some repairs. We also have some KV-1s for helping hands. And the T-70s as well. ISU is a little bit out of position here for Siberian. He's trying to move it back now, but the Grenadiers might actually get in range for a Faust. Manages to break the line of sight. However, the Grenadier squad stops right there, and he continues to move. We have a Tiger on the field here for Turbo. Might be able to catch that that ISU, but there is a guard squad there nearby that can help pin down buttoning that Tiger. However, with a Panther there coming up, this looks like a very bad engagement here for the Soviet forces. We see something called in here, and that's a light artillery barrage. Manages to nail these squads. Guard rifles pushing forward. And we see the half-track trying to get itself in front of the Panther, essentially sacrificing itself so that the IS-2 does not go down. IS-2 nails a nice shot at that Panther, forcing it to back off. And the Tiger is actually marked. So the Tiger is essentially out of the fight right now. It's not being utilized because he doesn't want to lose it. Panther IV also moving in for support, and guard rifles forced to retreat. And the half-track is still there. And some infantry here sneaking behind the lines go for the victory point. Left-hand side, ISU pushing towards the victory point, trying to clear it out. Pack gun, Panthers, and Panzer IV taking some shots at the IS-2, doing quite a bit of damage. Su-85 moves in for Von Ivan, doing some damage. And the IS-2 goes down. It's a lot of firepower targeted. That is 2 pack guns and a Panther. The Su-85 also going to be going down, out of control now. Did not even manage to take one last shot at the Panther. But we do have the KV-1s behind the lines going for a little bit of a cheeky play there. Trying to kill whatever they can, forcing the retreat of a lot of infantry, a lot of squads. Even these squads are, I mean, these tanks are almost, well, not impervious, but... Did I hear a plane crash? I think I heard a plane crash. Over here? No, that's... maybe. No. Yeah, that looks like a tails of a plane. So yeah, I think a plane crashed around here. I heard a little sputtering there of an engine. Anyways, right-hand side, we see that the German forces have managed to break into the, all the way into the lines here of the Soviet players. We have Panzer IV right in front of the base. with armored skirts on top of that. Tiger's just roaming around. We have Orange just setting position all around this victory point. We have Poop Players just spattering all his infantry around here, making sure that Yellow cannot advance and take that point. And the center victory point is now being contested by a Tiger and a Panzer IV. IS-2 on the field for Katakla. Can he help put an end to that Panzer IV? Nails it with a very nice shot there. Brings it down to about half health. Second shot's gonna fly. Nope, misses. Turns its weapon around towards the Tiger. Tiger shoots back. And I believe the Tiger wins on a one-on-one fight, but there are things around for support. IS-2 realizes, wait, I lose this fight, so I'm gonna back off. We also have a Panther moving around, trying to get a little bit of a flank. However, there is AT guns over here. Panzer IV runs into the AT guns. AT guns, however, unable to shoot at that. And we have the Panther moving in, might be in range of the AT gun. However, the half-track over here running into that Tiger, first Sturm Tiger. A strafing run coming right on top of all the infantry. Pins them down and forces a retreat. AT gun as well, going to have to get out of there, but will probably get cleared out. And the IS-2 is still there, duking it out with that Tiger. Probably be a little bit more beneficial for the IS-2. Oh, look at that plane crash. That was quite amazing to look at, but unfortunately it didn't hit anything. Had it hit the Tiger, that would have been amazing. It's quite visceral. There you go. Nades flying. Bloody infantry fights. Guard rifles taking some shots at the Tiger. The Tiger backs off. Taggun is still there, decrewed. IS-2 now engaging the other Tiger over here. No, the Tiger's still there. The IS-2 moves into the left-hand side, trying to support its troops. Katusha still in the zone. Su-85 for Von Ivan moved into the zone, taking some shots at the Panzer IVs. Machine guns, mortars, so everything all over the place. Fighting everywhere. Can't just keep up with this. It's impossible. And Grenadiers over here capturing the victory point on the left-hand side, which is going to give the German players a triple cap against the Soviets, which are now down to 350 points. 146 still left for the Germans. Panzer Warfare getting caught by the guard rifles out of position, gets annihilated by those PTRS rifles. And we have a combat engineer over here, right-hand side. MG-42 is just covering the zone. And a lot of tanks and troops back here behind the lines, getting some repairs by Pios for the German Poop player. The Panther just moving around, needs some repairs, and the Pios are moving towards it to get some repairs on it. Tiger trying to escape, taking some shots at a mortar. And the Su-85 is trying to run back to its base as fast as it can, taking some damage in the rear armor as it goes, but it manages to barely make it out of there. T-70s, T-34s for helping hands. And we still have snipers on the field for Siberian, taking some shots at the Grenadiers. This Grenadier squad is down to one man. Hits retreat, makes it out of there. And this Grenadier squad over here is still alive. Grenadiers capturing the point in the center, gets the decap, so that's going to be 2-point bleed for the Soviets. Su-85, ISU for Siberian, and an IS-2 for Katakla. So both Katakla and Siberian, the teal and yellow, sending their biggest guys to the left-hand side to help this flank. The right-hand side, I suppose, has been abandoned. We have shock troops and maximum machine guns for yellow. Katakla just pushing forward, trying to get range, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of focus on trying to regain that point, although he does actually manage to do so. But they are focusing their armor to try to break the lines over here. Marked vehicle going down on that Panther in the center, forcing it to essentially back off. T-34 in hot pursuit. Panzer Force and a Tiger moving in through the center, through those huge houses here. Shots flying from AT guns, T-34s, and the IS-2 moves into support. Tiger getting damaged, getting shot at from all sides. Both a pack gun, AT gun, T-34, and an IS-2 is in front of it, taking some shots at this Tiger. I think this Tiger might actually fall here. Katusha barrage is landing on top of the Tiger as well, making sure that no infantry can come in and support it. And there we go. No, actually, the Katusha shot doesn't kill it. T-34 moves forward, trying to get the kill shot. He wants to be that baller. He wants to be the guy to get the kill, and it looks like this guy might have. No, That was completely the IS-2. Yeah. No. AT gun. Yeah, AT gun. There you go. Okay, so I was wrong all around until the fourth. Left-hand side, Maxim machine gun. No, that's a stolen MG42. And a mortar trying to stop. The Tiger Race is now finally on the field for Alex. Take a quick look at the resources. We see who's Alex. There you go. It reduces his manpower and his fuel down to 2. The manpower down to 135. So it's quite impactful, but he still gets resources. So as long as that that tank is alive, he will have a reduced income in both manpower and fuel. The munitions are unaffected. Shots flying into the enemy lines. Do we have an artillery gun near any points? No, it doesn't look like. Whoa, that's like me. No, it's just a lot of things. Okay, that's fine. Tiger Race and Panzer IV. And like I mentioned, the Tiger Race essentially is now pretty much equivalent to a Tiger. Comes out as Veteran C3, and it has a stronger machine gun essentially. So it'll wreck infantry and such, but you know, it's no longer the big. But you can see that it moves faster, so it has the same movement and health values as a Tiger, but it is but it comes out as Veteran C3 essentially. Shots flying at the ISU. The ISU doing a lot of damage to that Tiger Race. You would never see it before taking that much damage early on. So some people might think that it's no longer worth it. Maybe. I mean, it's still pretty strong. It also costs 800 manpower to come out, so something to keep in mind. IS-2 getting a little bit flanked there by the Panzer IV. However, the Panzer IV runs into it, so it is forced to just essentially back off. Repairs continue to go on that IS-2, trying to keep it alive. And the Tiger and Panzer IV, plus the Panther in the center, trying to recapture this point. Right-hand side, who player has controlled this sector quite dominantly. We have Pios and Grenadiers pushing forward, and the shock troops are pushing back out, but these are the only things that are focusing on the right-hand side. The engagement in the center is not that big. The engagement is right now focused on the left-hand side. Everything is being tossed on this left-hand side. They're trying to break the lines. Look at that German forces. All of them just clumped up there. Katusha barrages flying into the tanks, but don't actually manage to kill much. Even the half-track makes it out of there. Panzer IV getting behind that IS-2. The ISU is still alive. Gonna turn around and take some shots at the Panzer IVs. Panzer IV taking a nasty shot. This IS-2 is gonna be going down. Won't make it out of there alive for much longer. It actually makes it out alive. That is very surprising. Incendiary barrage landing on top of all the infantry. Not exactly sure whose incendiary barrage that is. Probably a Soviet. And the conscripts move out of there. The ISU pushes forward. The T-34s and the T-70s moving in for the kills on something. We have the Tiger Race on the left-hand side, popping some smoke, trying to break line of sight and get itself out of there. But yeah, I think they noticed that the Tiger Race is no longer going to lead the charge for everything. Pack gun getting recruited over here, taking some shots at the T-34. Manages to to kill off the T-34. T-70 did take a little bit of damage, but stays alive. And the ISU takes some shots at that pack gun, but didn't manage to decrew it. Another shot flies off, down to 2 men. And we have T-34s going behind the lines, taking out that half-track. Gonna get themselves on top of the Panzerwerfer. No, the Panzerwerfer is running away. The T-34s are heading straight into the base. They're trying to see what they can kill and what they can cut off, essentially. Because this cuts off the retreat path of any vehicles. And the T-34s are going straight towards that Tiger Race and the Panzerwerfer. Ram goes off on the Tiger Race, gets the crit, destroys the gun, damages the engine, and that T-34 will try to finish it off. The Pios are trying to repair it. Smoke goes off, but the ISU is now going to turn its sights on that Tiger Race, and the Tiger Race goes down. Double checking on the resources, you can now see that his resource income is back to normal, so he can regain or continue to build, you know, units as he normally would. So yeah, I mean, the Tiger Race is, like I said, maybe not worth it anymore, but it's, you know, still a strong doctrine, I think. It's just not something, you know, it's not a unit that you can rely on to turn a fight for you. Still strong, though. So the IS-2 over here, getting some repairs. At about half health. Victory points down to 33 for the German players. 274 still left for the Soviets. IS-2 moving down to the right-hand side, supported by another IS-2. And they're going to now try to break the hold in the center. Pack gun set up. Panther moving in, trying to get a flank on the IS-2, but the IS-2s now, both of them actually turned their guns at it. The Panther over here for pink, turns around and gets out of there. Panther backing off. Tiger moving forward. And the IS-2 over here backs off after taking too much damage. IS-2 in the center for Von Ivan, just holding the line. And we see now that the entire left-hand side has been broken, and we see Soviet troops just lining the place. A lot of tanks just lying around. Even a damaged tank that hasn't gotten destroyed up to this point. So the center is now the focus, and we're going to see the troops on the left-hand side converge there. We see another ram going down on the Tiger. The Tiger actually just gets a cruise shock, manages to shake it off, and the T-34 goes down. Conscripts push forward, trying to get in range for AT guns, it looks like. Still 2 Tigers left. Victory points are in the possession of the German players, so they are able to put the bleed on the Soviets for now. Center point, IS-2 still holding strong. We see something being called in right on top of this. It looks like it might be an artillery barrage. Yeah, light artillery barrage right on top of everything. Doesn't actually hit much. Panther goes down. And the Tigers are pushing forward. More Panthers in the zone. Another Tiger back there from group player. And the center victory point is now being captured by the shock troops. Once they capture that, they will be able to start the bleed once again. Far right-hand side, we see a guard squad getting pinned down by a bunker. Not able to get the point. And the Panzer Warfare there. The Panther tries to go for a blitz on the IS-2, but gets annihilated. Tigers just take shot after shot in the face from both an Su-85 and a stolen pack gun. And the IS-2 behind it. Marked vehicle gone down. Down goes the Tiger. T-34 behind the lines. Down to 26 points for the German players. 2 points being captured. And the guard rifles over here are actually still alive, but they're not able to cap anything. They have nearly won. Main gun destroyed on that T-34. T-34 trying to get itself out of there. The Tiger's still there. Still holding strong, but getting repairs by 3 Pile squads, although they keep getting pushed by their friendly vehicles. The Grenadiers trying to push into the point. Not managing to do much. We have an MG-42 over here covering this zone. And the guards over here actually managed to get themselves into heavy cover and might actually be able to decap this point. They're going to actually start the bleed even quicker. And they do. Down to 2 points now. The guard squad might go down as far as pin, but down to 12. This is going to be it. I don't think there's going to be any coming back from this. Panzer Warfare getting annihilated over here. The Tiger is the only thing that remains. And there's a lot of troops moving in their zone. Even an ISU is just lumbering its way towards the base. A strafing run over here. GG going down for Storm Tiger Perucci. GG everybody. GG, well played. Very nice game. Can't really do it justice myself. Too much happening at the same time. And there we go. A victory for the MTW gang. That was pretty intense all over the place. I mean, massive fighting over here. Look at this territory. Look at it. It's just annihilated, completely scorched. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.